Now a part of a complete breakfast. Hello and welcome back to So You're Interested In, the show where I break down an artist's discography in order to give you, the viewer, the best possible jumping off point in order to get into their catalog. And on this week's episode, it's time that we finally dive into the prolific discography of post-hardcore rockers, and you will know us by the Trail of Dead. Hailing from Austin, Texas, this group has put out some of the most influential and important post-hardcore, art rock, and emo records of the late 90s and early aughts. Their output has not slowed down either, as they still put out music and tour, well, you know, when there isn't a global pandemic happening. Many people know them for their ridiculously long name, others know them as being staples in the post-hardcore scene, while some know them for their elusive 10 out of 10 rating on Pitchfork for their albums, source tags, and codes. So, as always, I'll be breaking down their discography by giving you 2 albums and 3 individual tracks that I think will help you ease into the noisy world of Trail of Dead. The albums are up first. The first Trail of Dead record to check out is their 1999 sophomore effort, Madonna. Leaning much more heavily on their emo side, this record is the perfect mix of miserable and punched up instrumentals. Starting with Mistakes and Regrets, you'll instantly see a stark contrast in the production styles, with these eclectic soaring guitars and these rusty gravelly vocals. Mistakes and Regrets really shines in showing off the unique style of songwriting that helps Trail of Dead stand out from the pack. Next, Clair de Lune is the quintessential emo track off of this album. Everything about the song, from its elusive drumming, heavenly piano and guitar progressions, and cryptic emotional lyrics, just scream depression at you. Easily a personal favorite Trail of Dead song. The last song to pay attention to is Aged Dolls. At just over 7 minutes, this song covers a lot of ground. The orchestral instrumental constantly feels like it's about to hit its apex, but still continues to rise, adding more anxiety to the whispered vocals. Because of its dark truthfulness, Madonna is the perfect record to start with when trying to digest this expansive discography. The next album to listen to from Trail of Dead is probably their most iconic, 2002's Source Tags and Codes. This is a record that was praised by both critics and fans alike, so I can all but guarantee that you will dig this legendary post-hardcore album. The first song to hear is Another Morning Stoner. The twitchy guitars and raw drum lines drive the track quickly and effectively, aiding in creating a swell of emotions for the vocals. Simply put, Another Morning Stoner is one of Trail of Dead's most iconic songs. Then you need to hear How Near, How Far. A much more methodic track in comparison to Another Morning Stoner, the lazy bass and sputtering guitar licks are standouts. The lyrics are also really interesting, as there is a deep history hidden behind the meaning of this track, full of false lovers and painters. Yeah, you're gonna have to check that part out for yourself. Finally, make sure to hear Relative Ways. This is probably one of their best songs in terms of song construction, feeling familiar to the post-hardcore stylings of the mid-90s while still putting a modern spin on things. The lyrics are also really empowering, reminding us that everything is going to be okay, and the things that happen in our lives happen for a relative reason. All in all, Source Tags and Codes is a fantastic record front to back, full of exploding instrumentals and vocals, making it a great place to start off with when you're trying to dip into Trail of Dead. Well, would you look at that? It's track time! The first track to check out from Trail of Dead is Will You Smile For Me Again, which comes off their 2005 LP, Worlds Apart. A more acceptable track than much of their other intense sounding songs. I could actually see this song on the radio. With that being said, don't expect this to be a song to fall asleep to, as it still encourages headbanging through its hard-hitting drums and guitar slashes in the opening minute. After that, the song slows down, only to build back up again into a cascading wave of screams. Will You Smile For Me Again is a great track to start off with when you're trying to get into Trail of Dead. Next up, you should hear Pictures of an Only Child from their 2009 release, The Century of Self. A completely different sound covers this song, as it focuses on an echoing piano and Conrad Keeley's feathery vocals. It is simple, elegant, and enthralling, all without using the brash sound and production that have been a calling card for Trail of Dead. More than anything, Pictures of an Only Child is a nice change of pace for new listeners. Be sure to check it out. Last but not least, you need to listen to the live version of It Was There That I Saw You, which was originally recorded at Rockaplast Live 2009 in Cologne. Originally, this song was the opener for Source Tags and Codes, which was already excellent to begin with. However, the live version gives you a much more raw look at the performance and intricacies of the track. The vocals bellow out, but still find themselves hidden behind the instrumental barrage of noise. hits. Overall, the live version of It Was There That I Saw You is a great look into what a Trail of Dead live performance has to offer. And that's it. That's all that I have on Trail of Dead. Be sure to give them a chance, go listen to them, and see if you like it. As always, all of the albums and tracks that I've talked about will be linked in the description below, so please go check that out. Leave a comment if you do end up listening to Trail of Dead and what you ended up liking or not liking. I always love hearing your feedback. Please make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this every single Wednesday, along with Forever Spinning, which comes out on Friday, which is just basically a video history essay on a classic album. I'm also always looking for new suggestions of bands to cover, so please, if you think of one that you are intimidated by with the expansive discography, leave it in the comments below and I'll see if I can get to it. Thank you very much for watching as always. Go out there, enjoy some new music, wash your hands, brush your teeth, wear a mask, be a nice, clean person. Or be a wreck like me. I don't care. And with that, I will see you next time.